Zaz, tell me what happened last time.
Okay, so we started with John cooling his heels a bit as he, after the whole affair with, again, getting suspended for talking crazy to Garibaldi, not for beating up lurkers. I think he got a medal for that, actually. Amy did sneak up on him, and with that the big smile she usually has, and she did, ask him about his questions about why he was asking around about her, and she did reveal a few things, like her parents gave her up, and the whole conversation was relatively honest, but clearly speaking in double meanings. It's never like openly lied, but well, it depends on if you can actually find the actual truth in the statement. And John opened up a bit in turn, talking about his growing up. They did talk about Mr. Morden, and John did reveal what Morden wanted, which well, get the Morden L sticker ready, I guess.
20 trains are coming towards him.
Meanwhile, Hina was introduced Bodan to the lurker leader, Ben, and she did get the space of the rogue telepaths, and after that some time passed, and there was a cultural and religious exchange. It's like a kind of holiday occurred. Mr. Allen did bust some smugglers that the smugglers that Hina had told him about. I wrote down Home Guard is being racist thugs. I'm so wrong. I should correct that. They're being heroes, brave heroes, standing up for Earth. John was on duty when he noticed an alien beating up some guys. It was Bodan. And John did dive in to break up the fight, and he was able to end the fight and endure the mental assault. Meanwhile, then Emmy made him a deal. We'll let Bodan go in exchange for some info on the Home Guard. And John took it, and then John, with some backup, did a bust on the Home Guard HQ. He got some wonderful accolades for that, for beating up these brave heroes who are merely defending Earth interests, human interests, I should say. Hina then did met up with Gareth as he came back with the rogue telepaths, and Hina introduced him. Hina was introduced to Lita, and listen, Gareth did go to talk with Amy after Hina had informed him of that, and Lita then had a talk with Hina where they talked about the sleeper program, and Lita did probe into Hina's mind to verify her persona, her personality. And Dr. Franklin also, one of the station staff, did arrive to help the sick, and did tell her about Lita, about the Drakh, and some of her own insecurities and her own thought process that's been ongoing since she's found out about some of the stuff the Psycho has been doing. She did speak with Franklin about his interest in the project, and apparently his interest is just in helping people. Hina then spoke with Bodan about his views, his people, his history, and he did brain blast her about Babylon 4. Hina is, listen, until she gets that special episode where that becomes irrefutable proof, she is just like, it must be a coincidence. Time travel? I don't think that's real. Hina then chickened with Gareth about the talk with Amy. We informed him about the plan. He did think we were insane, but, well, unfortunately, Gareth, this is the boat you've attached yourself to. So he did accept it. And I believe the plan was, there were a few plans to get Kosh on board, to at least inform Kosh about this, and the other, get the Minbari ambassador on board, or get the Centauri ambassador on board by I guess let me read my strict notes on what the plan is. Beating the piss out of Morden. I believe that's what's implication. Also, briefly talked about these weird aliens who got locked with by the Vorlons and the Shadows, who are apparently like these insane genocidal maniacs. Which, listen, if we can steal their prison and then threaten to let them out, we do have a lot of leverage.
The nuclear option.
Surely these guys can't be this bad. Amy, no, they are. They are.
Listen, what if it's all propaganda? You'll never know unless you
I
try.
guess. Listen, we'll know it's propaganda enough if when Kosh finds out about this, if he comes up to me and starts talking normally. But yes, that's where we ended the session.
But yeah, as I think your next job is to try to convince some of the ambassadors to sign up with you.
Yes, I believe the first part was to tell Kosh because Hina believes that
Yes.
Kosh seemingly was already on board with this, so we should tell him. And then I believe it was the choice of do we go with Antargo with him and Bari? I think because Amy gave Hina that choice.
Should also talk to Sinclair.
Yes.
Doesn't technically know, but Kosh and Sinclair are probably gonna be easy to convince because they're fucking soft-hearted, weak.
It's fine. Base Sheridan's on the way.
It will be. As then probably
will
get
be loyal to Earth so long as the Constitution is respected.
Well, you see, he believes, and will turn against you if you turn out to be a hypocrite. And then
Sheridan, I want to be the guy on top, Sheridan. You were supposed to help me be the guy on top. What the fuck?
Sir, I thought we were following the letter of the law. But yeah, no. So Jakar is gonna be sort of the middle ground, and then Londo is gonna be the bonus objective. Talen also unironically might be quite against this because they hate the fucking Drak. And the Minbari are only peaceful when it fucking benefits them. God, I hate the Minbari.
Listen, we can spare the worker caste. They're cool. They're the proletariat.
Unironically, the wisest decision they ever did was give them absolute power. 4 seats, go to them. I think there should have 5 seats.
Why does the army have seats? Take the seat away from them.
Yeah. Which one would be the first one? Sorry, give me a few minutes.
The dog's tactically waiting till the game starts.
They distract him with a fake phone call to make the run for it. It's nice to see that just like Grunt, Sheridan is also a grunty and conservative. I think I know he isn't actually fucking. I guess it's only a Gruntlog's fucking signature by just by the fact that he's not a hypocrite. We're breaking the Constitution. This can't be.
Fortunately, hypocrisy is. Well, I do hold it's more of a conservative thing on average. It's fairly ingrained in all political strands now in the modern political world.
Yeah, it's a very common thing.
We do live in the era of South Park politics, where nothing is sincere anymore.
Yeah.
Finally. We recommend a YouTube video about A Song of Ice and Fire, and it's Duncan the Tall. Is was Sir Dunk action edited? We're directly told this in the book. It's obvious he wasn't. Why are you making this video?
Why? Because I want to make a video.
New lore video. Was Ares mad?
Well, not everybody reads the box, as you see.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up. I hate it.
The essay slop complex. Well,
Very
not the
least,
slop.
at the very least, read the Wikipedia page. Read the wiki page. The actual wiki. The Song of Ice and Fire wiki. Not the Game of Thrones wiki.
No, I need to listen to stuff while I work at the factory at my conveyor belt.
Podcast on Spotify.
Podcast and essay slop will never stop.
White man was here. How can you tell? Video essay.
Sadly, I'm also guilty of listening to the video essay. Sometimes I need to have something in the background just to.
So, who are you gonna go to first between Kosh and Sinclair?
I think the first person's Kosh, because if I can get Kosh on board, I feel like Sinclair's the slam dunk.
Yes.
But theoretically, there's a possibility if I get Sinclair on board, he might not be. Kosh could still say no.
So yeah, listen, you'll eventually make your way to Kosh's personal quarters, as he will already, by the point you walk through the front door, almost seemingly is waiting for you, watching you.
Pastor Kosh, if I could have a moment of your time.
Yes.
I wanted to inform you that there will soon be there'll be a new race asking for embassy on Babylon 5, and it might cause some stir. That's why I might ask for your support on the matter. The group of Jock seek refuge, safety.
Yes.
Was wondering when I bring this up to Sinclair if I could rely on your support in the matter. I understand that the relations with the Minbari are tense.
This is gonna be a long pause. Eventually, he'll just say, "Yes."
I'm glad to hear that, Master Kosh.
Gonna be a slow, sort of almost imperceptible nod.
We'll say, if there's nothing else, I then have a meeting to arrange with Commander Sinclair.
Slowly turn away from you. Starts kind of staring at one of the screens on the wall.
He's thinking, God, how do I compile this report? I need to be careful here. Yes, listen, Hina will leave because honestly, this confirms to her that okay, so yeah, this is what Kosh intended. Basically, that's what she's taking from this.
Listen, he's certainly listen. He said yes. He's probably gonna support you.
So yeah, Hina will. Well, the next question is that she'll see about arranging a meeting with Commander Sinclair.
Listen, he'll probably this will take unless you mention that it's urgent, which I presume you don't. It's gonna take probably a day. He'll eventually have room in his schedule to meet with you. You kind of like greet him in his office. Look up from his papers. Miss Osaki, how can I help you?
Yes, Commander Sinclair, I recently been made privy to some interesting events which will happen very soon. A new race is going to present themselves and request a form of embassy on Babylon 5.
So, how did you come by this information, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, because some of them are already on the station, but that's what brings a concern. They have a history with the Minbari that is not positive. The Minbari. Sure, I do not have to explain that the Minbari have their qualms.
I understand, but this raises quite a lot of questions, I'm sure you understand. Minbari are not known to be very talkative to others.
Yes, from what I understand, they were on opposite sides of a war. War that was long ago, but war that caused a lot of casualties. And I should mention, from what I've gathered from them, these are not. These are distant members. People fleeing a tyrannical regime. I don't think they want to continue the war. I think they want to move past what has been.
Presume you need some assistance smoothing some feathers.
Yes. These promised I'd speak on their behalf. They are, of course, worried that if they appear, Minbari cruisers will appear soon after. And they will be no more, scattered to the stars.
Have any idea as to why they approached you as the representative?
Cena will say they are they do have well, the representative who came to me did seem to have a gift for telepathy. It's possible that he targeted one of the telepaths on board the station, so that the communications could be kept privately at first. I'll be honest, I think they wanted somebody who could arrange meetings, but if the first contact was not to their advantage, they could simply slink away without being noticed.
I can attempt to talk with Ambassador Delenn. I will assure you that anyone that requests asylum will be granted so. Such are the regulations of Babylon 5. Although as for how much support I can offer, I have to consult my government. Sure you understand. But at the very least, I can promise that, well, if the Minbari do reach treaties, well, I don't think they'll do that. They are honorable people. They have given their word, so I have no doubt that, at the very least, while in this sector, they won't be attacked.
You know, give a nod. Thank you, Commander Sinclair. Be honest, it's I've been racking my mind a bit, wondering how to best handle this. It is a situation far above what I would normally consider my job to handle.
Well, I would like to, that they're here, I would like to speak with one of them if possible. I promise I won't cause them any distress.
She'll nod, she'll say, she'll actually say, where would you like this meeting to take place? They currently are staying where, well, aliens of all kinds can stay without being noticed in the down below. I doubt they want to risk coming all the way up here.
I have no issue meeting them underground.
You know, I'll nod, she'll say, I think I can arrange that meeting.
Thank you. I will have to bring some security along to inform them of that, but they'll be some of my more trusted people. Keep this quiet until they make the public announcement themselves.
Of course.
Thank you.
Cena will say, thank you, Commander. I'll go inform them of your desire to meet with them. I'll inform you when what the response is.
He'll nod, says, in the meantime, I will speak with the Minbari ambassador and see what and how EarthGov will react.
Thank you once again.
He'll nod. God, I hate Sinclair. Yes, as you can take your leave. Minbari honor my ass.
I'll be honest. I appreciate the more mystical qualities of this man raised by Jesuits, but Sheridan's a much better Maybelline.
They're honorable only if they don't have to cover somebody else's. Oh, fuck off! I hate them.
Now listen. The worker cast is pretty honorable.
Like, is the worker gonna lie to me? His fucking friend fucked up, and it would look dishonorable. They would. I hate these. Sorry, never lie. But yeah, no.
Now, admittedly, in the actual show, when he says that is in reference to somebody wondering, did the Minbari destroy this entire colony? To which Sinclair does point out, no, they wouldn't do a sneak attack. They would announce they're going to genocide you.
I suppose. But yeah.
Yes, no, well. I think we'll first go to like inform Amy of this development, and then go to inform Bodan.
Yes, you probably would find Amy in the Zocalo. You can give me an awareness roll. It's a basic difficulty.
Okay. All right. Listen, I'll spend an adrenaline. Actually, no, I won't
It's not
spend an
that
adrenaline because I can. I was gonna say I can also, if I fail, I can only just like spend the adrenaline to re-roll the whole roll.
Listen, as you walking the Zocalo, you find her hanging at her usual spot, but as you approach her, you see her. She's staring intently from across the aisle. As you just kind of very discreetly glance back, you realize she is staring at Morden, who is having a conversation with the Centauri ambassador.
Now, see, the fun part is I know the name Mordred. I've never seen this guy's face.
No. So she's staring at someone, but you recognize the Centauri ambassador.
Is just gonna kind of like slide up next to her, admiring the view.
Very tempting to just do something right now.
Oh, you should save it a bit. Kosh is with us on the matter, and Sinclair will be speaking with both the Minbari and with the his government, but he does want to meet with a representative of the Drakh before the announcement.
Then almost like she's not listening to you. She's like, that sounds good. I'm sure you can handle that.
Yes, I can. I just wanted to keep you informed. Which also means that if it comes down to it, I think there won't be much standing in your way between you and your fun with is that the Morden man? I guess this is my first time seeing him.
He thinks he's very sneaky.
I was expecting something more.
How so?
I was either expecting something more imposing with more presence. He is just he looks like a bureaucrat.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even call him upper management. But I think I have a golden ticket to the Centauri ambassador.
What would that be?
Found out about a weak spot we could exploit. Apparently, there was a bit of a scandal recently. Him and a certain woman. Now, I don't know much details, but I'm pretty sure security chief knows more. At least someone has to know more.
She'll nod. Well, between myself, Mr. Allen, and I think Mr. Allen's friend, I'm going to be honest, I imagine that information is quite attainable.
They might be a bit more paranoid about me, but they trust you.
They do, and I have given Mr. Allen several important tips in the past, which have panned out, so if I voice my suspicion about the ambassador's meeting with some shady people, might be able to get my foot in the door.
Question is, how mean do you want? I would be.
We talking about being mean to Mr. Morden or to the ambassador?
Suppose those two would go hand in hand. We could exploit
Well,
the ambassador's weak desires. And we can also, well, is it framing if he was probably gonna use her in some unsavory way anyways? Just, you know.
no, I think we phrase it like that. I think we'll be doing him a favor. I think we would be much less cruel than Morton. So I think we should be mean. Yes.
I think should. Oh. You know, continue working with Sinclair on the whatever you're doing. I'll get some details, and then I'll trust you to be able to give Babylon Security some useful tips.
So do you think Mr. Allen's career does need a bit more padding?
She smiles and nods. At this point, he'll be made chief in about a year.
You know, I'll just shrug. No. I don't think he could do worse. I don't think he'll do worse than Garibaldi.
She'll resume, staring intently at whatever those two are discussing.
Yeah. You know, we'll leave her to it. Sorry, Londo. Unfortunately, your character development hasn't started yet, which means right now you're a piece of shit asshole. So, get fucked, loser.
Listen, I am fucking with the timeline here a bit, but I think this is funnier.
It is funnier. It's nice to see also you've added the clown nose to the sticker.
It's very important.
Listen, listen, Londo, I helped you out with that case. You can help me out now. Nice to have friends, and now you like clobber him. So yeah, how what's are you? Who are you gonna go talk to next? Are you gonna like check up with Sinclair? Are you because you'll just kind of have to give them some time. Or
Yeah, assuming like informing Bodan about it.
Yes.
And if there's like if he doesn't have any objections.
Yeah, you'll.
I would.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know like if he has any objections to it or concerns.
Listen, you'll meet with him in the down below. Bring up the thing, and you can tell his skepticism on like Sinclair's whole shtick. It's like, Minbari are honorable. They would never like. But he trusts you enough with this. Also, he doesn't see any other way if you don't get the station commander on your side at the very least.
Hina will just say to him. Hina will say to him, she'll say, The Minbari have certainly, put a lot of effort into getting him in charge, which means I don't think they'll so openly break his rosy opinion of them. Not sure what exactly their game is with him, but if he puts them on the spot, I think he'll be able to get them to, at the very least, merely be angry rather than forceful.
Seems that he has a high opinion of them. I am worried
does.
what they might say to him.
They might, but I'll reveal a little something to you, Bodan. There's another person who is aware of your appearance here and has approval of this. That's the Vorlon ambassador. I believe the Minbari say one thing, but the ambassador says another thing. I think that will pan out to be neutral enough.
It's harder to read his facial expressions, but like the look, stunned, shocked look is definitely there.
Before you're worried, Kosh knew you were here before I think I did. He did tell me about the wayward children.
Now what to say to that?
I think be glad that the Volon ambassador here has. I'm not sure. I don't imagine if maybe I'm extrapolating a bit based on what I've been told about this conflict. I don't think he's necessarily in line with all of his fellows. At least I doubt they would approve of this.
Might be some ruse. Until I see this with my own eyes, you'll have to excuse my skepticism.
She'll nod. Understand the skepticism, but let's try to have some faith.
Not big on that either, but you've helped me and you're taking some risks yourself.
Hina will nod at that, as she'll say, yes, I do think if this is a ruse, I think the Minbari are going to string me up alongside you.
They are not the forgiving kind.
Yeah. I'll give a nod, and she'll say, no. I'll inform Sinclair about the future meeting. Don't worry, I'll be here, and a few of his own security will be here as well, of course, but
You'll
I
nod.
think it will work.
Again, he's clearly reluctant, but he trusts you enough.
And unfortunately, Hina has no way of convening just how much of a bleeding heart liberal this man is. I think the second I told him you were fleeing tyranny, I won him over.
Listen, it's fine. Listen, luckily for you, once Earth government Blake, wait, there's a species here that's against the Minbari. They actually fought them. The Minbari don't like and are a bit afraid of. Oh,
Sinclair,
of course.
holy fuck, you're
Welcome
not
to
sucking.
Memphis.
You're not sucking the Membar. You're not fucking.
Sinclair, hold on. The Earth president is canceling the report to replace Sinclair. Push that back a few weeks. Push that back a few weeks.
I thought he was too busy fucking Delenn. I'm surprised. How did Delenn not notice
Guys,
that?
we're still gonna replace him, but like Sheridan would not be able to clench this deal. We need to keep him in power for like another few weeks.
But yeah, so it'll take a bit to organize. Not sure there's anything you want to do before all of that. Like you have the rest of the day to yourself, more or less.
I think she'll like inform Lita a bit about this because Hina's going to inform Lita a bit about this because Hina's position to this does put the telepaths at risk if this
Yes.
is in fact a big fucking trap.
Yeah, no, listen, you can find her with the rest of the telepaths as she'll greet you with a smile and says, I hear you've been busy.
I have been. Well, boss, the reason I want to talk to you is because I think you should be informed of just exactly what I've been doing. You've seen Bodan, I imagine.
She nods. Keeping us safe around here.
Yes, his group of his people are going to be claiming an embassy of sorts on Babylon 5. Now, of course, the issue is the Minbari don't like them. And, well, the Minbari tend to have extreme reactions to things they don't like. So I've been speaking on their behalfs to a few people. Sinclair and a few of the ambassadors. While I think it's all going to work out, I still want you to be informed just in case it's things get messy or I'm adjudicating the situation wrong.
She sort of like nods, thinks about something, and says, been speaking with the Drakh, and apparently they, well, this brings a opportunity. In the Cyclops are soon to barge over here any day now. While Babylon 5 is subject to Earth legislation, can't enforce that on a alien species, can they, right?
I suppose they can't if the Drakh give us sanctuary. Then the Drakh admittedly do have something the Earth Alliance would want. Experience fighting the Minbari.
Probably
Something
they could probably
You're
hide
right.
us there.
She'll nod, actually. It could. I don't think the Earth Alliance would be very happy if a bunch of Cyclops tried to snoop around or barge in the doors and threaten whatever deals they want to make with the Drakh.
Just have found a solution to our impending problem.
We'll give a nod. To be honest, it's actually a part I hadn't even really considered.
She'll chuckle a bit, says, "Oh, you have plenty going on. I don't know how you deal with all these colorful individuals. It must be exhausting."
I shall say, well, most of them are still people at the end of the day. They're interesting and colorful, but still people. I'll admit, trying to figure out what Kosh means when he speaks is challenging. Man does speak in riddles.
Suppose that's a Vorlon for you.
Suppose it is. I've only ever met the one. I suppose it's a lot of likelihood it's going to be the only one I ever meet, so I guess it is just the race.
Sort of like nod a bit.
It's only been it's not been very long, but how's everyone been settling in down here?
Surprisingly well. Having protection and well, Ben has been making sure that we have food and water. Franklin's been well, he's been also a great help. Some of our sick. I was fearing that it's only a matter of time until security sniffs us out, but suppose it won't matter soon.
She'll actually give a nod at that. She'll say, I think I had some time to I'll be honest, I've not spoken with Sinclair that much, but I think I've gotten to know Garibaldi and some of his men quite well. I think if it came down to following the law or doing what he thinks is right, I think most of them will err on doing what is right, even if it involves risks to themselves.
I'm glad you have optimism, but I've known Sinclair for some time. He does understand the law and try to work within it as much as he can. He's a by the book kind of man. And Garibaldi, well, I suppose being a loose cannon has its benefits every now and then.
She'll nod. She'll say, well, as much as I guess I'm a burgeoning optimist, I'm still a realist. We shouldn't test that optimism. Let's leave it as a comforting thought, nothing more.
She'll nod. Listen, maybe once the crisis is over and we have some breathing room, we'll be able to actually figure out a long-term plan for all of this. I don't want this to just be a survival thing. I want people to actually have a life.
I plan on that. I think the web of contacts now as I have here, I think if we play the cards right, we're a bit careful, I think we might actually be able to make something here. Something that even the side core would have difficulty compromising. And by the way, there's a bit of a tone inflection change there where she still believes in that, but it's hard for her to say that.
Wait, you're saying what's the tone change in relation to?
Basically, the idea that she does believe that like we'll
Okay.
build something here that the Psycho can't crack, but that's a difficult thing for her to say.
Yes. Okay, I got it now. She kind of like nods and like does sort of have a moment of realization. Says, "Suppose you are must be." She kind of like catches herself and says, "All right, I did kind of slip my mind. I got much more involved with them. Haven't been doing this for too long either."
Kino will give a nod. They did take special care to my education. I grew up. Well, I suppose I grew up hearing what everyone who grows up in the Psycho hears. That it's everything. It's the family. It's your mother. It's your father. I was told a bit more than that. The people who taught me they determined I was stable with my abilities. He did impress on me that I was going to be very, very important to the future. Made sure I knew the responsibilities that I had to my brothers and sisters who were less gifted. I've learned a lot in the past few months, but a handful of revelations and a few months of internalizing doesn't remove 23 years of teaching overnight.
So kind of like nod. I've been involved in plenty of rebellious movements up until now, so I suppose all I can say it gets easier.
I'll be honest, I hope it does. Now I still. It's probably a fool's hope, I can admit. Last time I spoke with Bester, he said he was going to look into what had happened. Stuff he hadn't been informed about, and part of me hopes I'll get the message from him. He found something that even moves him beyond the pale. I don't think I will get that message from him. I think if anything, I'll get a message that, while horrible, he thinks it's necessary.
He'll kind of like grimace a bit and then nod. I'll be honest, things I know about him kind of indicate towards his pragmatism.
You know, they assigned me to him when I left the school. When I left the teaching, he was the one that showed me the ropes.
Must be even tougher for you.
She'll nod. It's now. I thought the man. I still suppose I still think the man as well. You know his reputation he has amongst most of the Psy Corps. He's the one they look up to. He's the one they follow. If he makes a decision, most of the actual core members are going to adopt it.
So kind of like look at you and say, do you really think you didn't know about anything?
She'll say about the specific program that I was informed about. I think he may have heard whispers of experiments, but I don't think he knew the details, and that's why I don't think I'll get the message that he's had a change of heart. I think what makes him concerned is that he's not in the inner circle. I imagined he thought he was.
Nod. Whatever comes, you've helped me, you've helped these people a lot, so I'll be here for you.
She'll give a nod. Thank you for that. It's been only a few months. I've already gained a lot of people that I can rely on. I was pretty alone before.
Speaking
Even the
of,
cycle, I was alone.
I wanted to ask you something about your allies here. I met Gareth when I was with the Martian Resistance, but who's the woman? Like they clearly know each other and have a very bizarre relationship.
She's a. To be honest, if it sounds like I'm being vague, it's because I'm not fully sure yet. I do plan to ask her more directly. She's the representative of another group of people. People who are responsible for these Bodan's people for being able to come here to actually have some, well, any semblance of freedom. I'm not sure how much I trust them. They are very secretive, but Amy strikes me as a person who believes what she's saying. When she speaks of freedom, the ability to live as one wants.
Overheard an argument they had yesterday, and well, I know nothing about Gareth himself, about his past or anything personal. It's got me thinking, that's all.
Cena will say, when it comes to Gareth, I don't know much more than I imagine you do, but it's not my place to reveal his personal life.
She'll nod. Things I've seen him do in a fight are well, I'm glad he's on our side.
You do not need to tell me. The first time I met him, I tried to probe his mind, and he completely shut it down.
I suppose that's a weird one, but I saw him. Not sure what he did, but we were ambushed. One of the underground tunnels, making our escape. There were 5 soldiers after us. He told me to run. I kept running. I heard the screams, explosions behind me. Came back completely unharmed. I asked him what happened. He didn't want to tell me.
It's the one thing I feel comfortable revealing. His abilities do seem to be a source of discomfort for him on some level.
I'll nod. Suppose all of us have some troubled past, so I won't dig into it.
So I actually say, I won't tell you to dig into it, but I feel Gareth's a man who, well, he had to leave a group of people who taught him to do this. I feel like he's a very lonely man who completely is defined by a mission, a calling. I don't think that's a very healthy way to live. It needs to be something more than just call to action.
I suppose should be happy he's such in a good mental state considering the situation.
Yes, he's handled it well enough, I suppose.
I suppose you also should take a lesson from him and don't end up like that. I've seen one rebel leader that a few years got completely obsessed. Well, he didn't end up well.
She'll give a nod. She'll give a nod at that. She'll say, "Oh, suppose you're right. I should take my own advice as well." Suppose the meeting Bodan's going to have on Sinclair is going to need to take a few days.
Actually, it's
But
gonna
actually
take literally like a day for tomorrow's schedule.
Oh, okay.
Sinclair was very
okay.
stressed, and I know I need to have this as quickly as possible. I just need to talk to my government and prepare the lane for the disappointment.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like I heard days when it was described.
I need to talk to Delane during pillow talk. Listen, I do imagine Earth got more confused. He's fucking Delane.
But yeah, no, Hino will say, luckily, the talk about that and Sinclair will happen tomorrow. After that, it's... should have time after that. We'll be actually getting to know the people here I've been saying. It's very clear. She wanted to say brothers and sisters, but she kind of just said the people I've been helping.
Yeah. She'll nod. Say, suppose, I think it is past overdue.
Yeah, Hino will give a nod. Hawk with the other telepath that she's admittedly has been holding at a bit of an arm's length, using her work, using the work as an excuse.
Yes. Listen. After tomorrow, hopefully if things go well, have more room to maneuver. Yeah, as not sure if there's anything else you want to do.
I think we'll get there.
Listen, John,
I'm gonna beat up more lurkers.
The
you will
comedic side
be
plot activates.
you will be called in to the chief's office bright and early. As by the time you get there, you'll see Zach is there as well.
Morning,
As,
morning, Zach. Morning, Chief.
morning, John. Listen, I have a bit of an assignment here, and well, I'll be honest, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. But you two, I think, are just weird enough that we can do this together. Important part is you have to, well, not tell anyone about this. So, right now I don't want to involve too many officers. So it's gonna be you two and me. Can I trust on your discretion?
John will nod. What's this exactly about?
Well, apparently the commander is having a secretive meeting. Potentially a new alien species that's requesting asylum. And, well, probably in the future actual embassy with other League worlds. I'm not sure about those details, but problem is, because they're a bit paranoid, some problem with the Minbari, so understandable. Well, the commander is meeting with them down below. Bit of a dangerous area, so we need to we'll go with him. Make sure no foul play is happening. So many home guard incidents in the last 3 months. I don't want to take chances. This might be a whole scheme to get to the commander. So I need people who are also gonna be quite attentive and capable in case a fight breaks out. Like I said, be able to keep this on the down low before the public announcement is being made.
John will nod.
Listen,
Alright,
John, you don't need to roll for this, but you'll know. You and Zach are the only two people in security force actively assisted in taking down home guard operations.
It's only me. It's only me and him.
I've checked the loyalty of the Prussian police department in 1935, and I have determined, I mean 1932. There are 2 social democrats and 1 Zentrum guy. The rest are just all Nazis.
Listen, he trusts some of the others, but like you're the only two who have confirmed. You've confirmed, like unironically, both you and Zach have in fact prevented or taken down dangerous home guard operations that were like very deadly. Like God.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, listen, he is a paranoid man after all.
Sean may be a bit paranoid, but he doesn't mind that. He's one too.
Yeah, I'll say, well, get ready. We'll be leaving in an hour. Meet you in a brown 20.
See you there, Chief. Yes, I assume you'll start walking with Zach towards the elevator. Let's listen, but he must ask in this conversation while they're walking.
Hmm.
So, out of curiosity, how's things been you and Amy going?
I think it's going great, actually.
Good to hear. Listen, I told you To believe in yourself, man.
I think she finally opened up to me with some consumer family problems. So I think that's a good step, right?
Yeah, definitely.
She was very cagey with things before, but she kind of just dropped that on me, and I'll be honest.
I think she realized that. Listen, I don't know her exact background, but I'm assuming some spy stuff. And I think it just took her a while to realize that you are in fact completely in earnest. And those kind of people are, especially in the line of work, I imagine, are extremely rare.
He'll kind of laugh a bit. Says, "Yeah, listen. If anyone confuses me for a spy, I think they're the idiot around here." Me, a spy? God.
It's not that you're like a spy. It's just that you're so goddamn innocent that like the assumption is you must be lying, like manipulating people. I think that's the kind of logic too.
Am I like that? Innocent? That sounds very.
Sorry, it's just you're just direct and forthright.
I mean, yeah, but I think that's just because I can't properly lie. You know, my mother told me I should always stick to things I'm good at. I've ever been able to lie to a single individual in my life.
Listen, Mama, I think your mama gave you some good advice, but
She also called me an idiot, so I suppose give and
okay,
take.
listen. Parents are not always right.
No. I think. Listen. I'm no. I'm not like the chief. I don't have mind for these complex issues. It's why I left the job. Is you get orders, you follow the orders. There's no real.
Listen, in my mind, there's different types of geniuses. You always have the generals, the strategists, but you also have people with good heart. There's lots of smart guys who are complete utter fucking ruthless monsters.
All kind of like pat you on the shoulder and says, "I appreciate you trying to comfort me, but I've accepted who I am a long time ago. I don't mind." No, I suppose you're right. It's just that I've never thought about doing the right thing, right? It's more like just kind of going my gut, you know?
I think up until now, I think the gut served you well. I think it will serve you well for many more years.
He'll kind of like chuckle, but
All right, now let's get ready for Operation Spice for more spy stuff.
he'll nod and says, "Well, I do feel kind of special. I'm not sure why we were chosen for this."
I think that's because we're the only guys who have been actually beating up Home Guard. I've busted that cell last week. You've busted that cell like I think 2 months ago.
I suppose that's right. One of the other guys ever. I'm the chief. Really is paranoid.
Yeah. And plus, with the station commander going down there, that's like prime stabbing time. Again, there's not that many people with.
No. Listen, that's good. That's good. We can listen. We come together to the chief. I bet you we could probably get an increase in pay. No hazard duty. So I'm thinking like
I think your mom was wrong about you being an idiot. I think you're an entrepreneur, isn't you?
hey, listen, once you see opportunity, you should take it. And listen, I'm not gonna say no to like 5, 10 extra credits.
I don't think the chief wouldn't say no to having a reliable agent there.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, I'm not sure if he can approve budgets. But maybe.
Listen, we'll keep it in mind. We'll workshop the idea.
If not credits, maybe they can give us benefits, like a discount to drinks after 8 p.m.
Free drinks and so that'd be something.
I know, listen. I'm not even talking about alcohol. I'll take the free juice if they give.
And I'll chuckle. As we'll continue this philosophical conversation. I think John and Sam
have gotten the Babylon 5 formula down pat.
As you eventually will regroup with Garibaldi in Brown 20 as he'll be arriving alongside the commander. As you'll be making your way deeper into Brown sector as you arrive in the down below area. And it's in this like very deserted looking alleyway. You will see well, I suppose it's you recognize Hina, but there's also like this very weird looking alien. Now of course he is kind of cloaked a bit, like he has like a hood on and some baggy clothes covering most of his frame, although you can tell some lizard like features. As Commander will take a step forward. Now, John, you can suppose. I won't be mean. I won't make you give him an awareness roll. You can use your best stat, which I suppose is detect, right? So you get the detect roll.
Yeah.
You are
John,
actively looking around now.
you won't need aspects. I should never listen to the Romanian.
That was your first mistake.
Hypocrisy might not be native to conservatives, but lying is native to the Romanian.
The country of thieves, truly. Thieves and scabbers, but yeah, that's. Let me give the normal reroll.
Yeah, free reroll. Have detect.
Free roll. That's true. Yeah.
Listen. It's the Mac
A
critical.
success is a success.
There's no one you see around. There is it's an uneasy feeling you get slightly as the way sort of the room is, like the way you're sort of meeting and this like hallway. There's no sort of side corridors that provide any sort of room to maneuver. It's very like it can only sort of come from behind you or in front of you, which, while good in the sense that, well, you can spot, it's impossible for anyone to sneak up to you, also means that if you are ambushed from both ends, you're fucked. So you have it's an uneasy feeling right now.
The calm before the storm, so to speak.
As Hina, you will see them approach. As Sinclair will kind of step forward and say, I'm Commander Jeffrey Sinclair. I oversee the station we are at, and I was told you are a member of a species that wants to request asylum here. As Bodan's translator will kind of kick in and say, yes, I am Bodan of the Drak. Me and my people have chosen exile, and we are hoping that we can find safe space. Your people. Sinclair will nod. He'll say, I have been authorized by my government to proceed with proper negotiations. As it is customary in such cases, Miss Osaki here will verify each of our statements in accordance with Earth regulations to ensure no deception happens. He sort of kind of gives you a glance, Hina. So you are technically free to scan any surface thoughts they might have. Verify validity of statements.
You know what not, she'll say. I will ensure honesty is kept.
They'll both kind of nod slightly as Sinclair will continue. So you'll sort of ask some general questions about what exactly they want, not just on the immediate future, which is the asylum part, but maybe afterwards. Clearly trying to probe for a potential embassy or like a position in the League of Non-Aligned Worlds. You can both give me a no roll if you want. It's a basic difficulty.
John is a great thinker. He's an actual philosopher. He has free focus.
Holy shit. Holy fuck, look at that.
We are both big thinkers. Our brain so massive.
Yeah, both of you would be able to realize that EarthGov not only has given their approval, they are clearly interested in bringing these people along and giving them very favorable terms and conditions to ingratiate themselves with. And they've given Sinclair very specific orders of like, yeah, don't just bring these, but not just bring these people along, but make them our friends. Like, circle around the word ours. Now, Hina, because you rolled an extreme, there's something else you can sort of glean from the way he's negotiating this future deal. Yeah, the Minbari are not happy about this. In fact, they're big mad. They're very big mad.
Fucking die mad, preferably with emphasis on the dying part.
But he is. You get the feeling that they're big mad, but they probably agreed to this regardless because they trust Sinclair to keep the fairness of the situation, which puts him in a very complicated position where the Minbari's desires just flat out contradict Earth's desires. And he is fucking walking such a tight rope. It's like, right now, he's in a position where he is maintaining a balanced and fair approach. But by doing that, you realize if both sides would realize what's happening, both the Minbari and the EarthGov would be pissed at him. Maybe not enough to like make a big fuss, but none of them are gonna be happy. So he is making a big compromise between every involved party right now.
Interesting. Is there a way I could use my telepathy? Because luckily, Bodan is also a telepath, so I can kind of subtly communicate with him telepathically to inform him a bit of this to like basically make try to make him realize like to make this easier for Sinclair because Sinclair is like balancing a lot here. Don't push too hard, but don't push too little.
Who do that? Or would give
Or-
Bodan the information more pushing than it. Get them a better deal.
You see that is the thing. We're now conflicting with Hina's two
I know.
sides of her character. The person who who genuinely wants some form of peace, and also the person who generally wants the Minbari to suffer and die.
Or listen, if you really want to fuck over the Minbari, you could just snitch on Sinclair. Be like, hey, listen, Arskav, I know this Sinclair is clearly trying to appease the Minbari for no particular reason, because he is kind of bending what you clearly gave him as orders. I just want to let you know, you could just be a snitch. And, well...
Oh god, because I can see that, because getting in good with the fucking Earth Gov would help with the rogue telepath situation. I could fucking get the Earth Gov to fucking make them force the side to deal with us respectfully.
Yes.
Damn. That's the issue. I could see Hina doing all three of these because
It's a big decision, because that's going to kind of dictate what's going to happen in the...
It is. Could we have a comedic John interlude while I think about this?
Yes, as you kind of like Zach's gonna lean into it and be like, so I was thinking,
Mhm.
eggs boiled or omelets? Maybe fried. I never.
You could.
More expensive to do that here.
Yeah. I think personally, how about deviled eggs?
Hmm.
Know what those are?
Yeah, but those, that's...
Are
Get the
you-
mayonnaise here. Whew, that's
Listen,
expensive.
listen. First of all, are you a penny pincher for your girl? Second of all, listen. A friend helps. One hand helps the other.
Penny pincher, she's loaded. She has so much money. I don't even...
Listen, I think the most important part is you gotta show her that you care. Just put in some effort. I think she'll. Plus, the main affair is not the food; it's you.
That's true. What if I get her to buy the ingredients? I just...
I think that's a brilliant suggestion.
Thank you. Well, having this dilemma for the last 10 minutes.
Listen, that's why I'm here to help. Listen, I can be the brains to your heart.
Always the reliable man.
That's what friends are for. It's all part of the job.
Is that enough time for you to think?
Yes. I think I think honestly, I thought about it, and like, I think being able to go to Kosh and telling him, I had the opportunity to completely fuck Sinclair over. I had the opportunity to fuck Sinclair over and get what I would believe everything I wanted. I didn't take it. I didn't take it because I believed in this. I think that has some value. So yeah, I think she will instruct Bodan to be a bit... instruct Bodan about what Sinclair is doing.
The question is, I don't see why Kosh would care about you over Sinclair that much.
I guess it's just the problem that it's like, I saw how my own group could personally benefit at the expense of others in this deal, and I took the gamble to understand them and actually decide that equitable peace is better than just my people benefiting.
Suppose that's true.
Also, it boils down to the fact that it boils down to the fact that I think Hina like has some opinions that like EarthGov has to know what the Psi Corps is doing. Maybe not entirely, but like from what Amy was implying, it doesn't. And what Amy and Gareth were implying, it doesn't sound like they're totally in the dark.
Yeah, most likely. The thing is, problem is, the question is, would someone like Sinclair, who's the school's lawyer, work against EarthGov, stop experiments, or is he just gonna try to muck about in this? This is the question, in my opinion. Is like, is Hina gonna trust that doing this? Because it's not just about, because it's not like Sinclair is gonna get fucking executed for this, right? The question is, do you trust Sinclair's approach, or would you prefer making your own path with people who are willing to fucking like look at regulations and be like, what? No.
When you say it like that, I guess the problem is like if I snitch on Sinclair, I don't know who would replace him if he gets replaced. If EarthGov's that mad about it, so I think when you say it like that, I think she'll cut the middle path. I think actually, yeah, she will inform Bodan about it and tell him to like push fucking hard. He's in a vulnerable spot, and he can't do that much without pissing off like one of the groups who are giving him contradictory like directives.
Because you could probably get someone. You don't have to get Sinclair replaced, but you could get someone from Earth Force who is willing to work with you directly. So you bypass any Babylon 5 fucking staff. You could get someone who's not even in the military. You could get someone in the fucking political branch as your ally. Or yes, just help the Drakh get a better deal. The problem is if you help the Drakh get a better deal, who knows how that's gonna. And the problem is you don't even know, because Sinclair is already pushing this. So if Bodan pushes a bit more, the deal might be. So you're just relying on Bodan's ability to know how far to push.
When you spell it out like that,
And you know for a fact Bodan is not a very good diplomat. I'll say this. Like, he's very blunt about things.
yeah, when you point it out like that, I think Hina will actually,
Basically, the question: do you think Sinclair is a good ally going forward, or do you think it's better to find someone else as an ally?
I think Sinclair's absolutely well-meaning, but the problem is I don't know how much Sinclair can actually pull Earth Curve, because I was here to determine if he was too friendly with the Minbari. The Earth government clearly doesn't trust him. That was part of my job.
Yeah.
So in actuality, no. Now that I talk about it, no. Actually, I can both complete my original job and get the Drakh a better deal.
He is.
So yeah, actually, sorry, Sinclair.
Like, he's clearly very friendly with the Minbari. Like, absolutely no question about it.
Yeah, no, I will be informing EarthGov about this.
Or maybe not the Minbari, but definitely the Len. So he's clearly trying to he's very principled, that's for sure. But yeah, like I said.
Yeah. I think she'll inform EarthGov, because like the risk is if he's appeasing the Minbari because they're threatening to just like, I don't know, genocide these guys, and in that case informing EarthGov is better, because EarthGov could actually like give them like proper military assistance.
Well, listen.
So yeah, no.
Now listen, now listen. You could also do the funny bit. You just deep dive a bit and be like, why is Sinclair approaching this? Nothing is stopping you. Who's gonna know? Suppose you could bungle up the roll, but if you succeed on the roll, you could just scan Sinclair and just get his entire fucking motivation.
You know what, Grunt? I will deep dive into me, because you know why? I'm one adrenaline from getting another spotlight. So I will deep dive. That is curious. Very curious.
Yeah, give me a detect roll. Don't need we get some more juicy.
I am, and listen, you know what, Grunt? I will spend a spotlight, because I will get another spotlight here very soon.
Oh, holy shit. Yes.
Because I am only one adrenaline away from getting a spotlight.
You should. Spend that spotlight.
Give me your secrets, you fucking traitor.
You know, they weren't able to send in the interrogators. Luckily, you are now the interrogator.
Please, Morgan, Mr. Clark, you get more flies with honey than with vinegar.
But listen, as you dive into his mind, you realize that there's his mind. You realize that the reason he is sort of dancing on this line is, well, clearly Delenn has spoken about Drak's criminal past and the fact that the Minbari's war on them was totally justified because the Drak were, genociding species left and right, and it was they're
Shut the fuck up, Minbari. Fucking die.
we had to interview. They were evil, more or less. That's what kind of boils down to.
I'm gonna fucking genocide this fucking race. Holy fucking shit.
Now, there's something weird about Sinclair's mind. Something that you don't usually notice. It's like part of it has been just blanked out. It's missing. Well, it's not missing. It's there, but it's been like covered up. You literally find a mental seal on it. Mental seal you could bypass and see what the fuck was there, or is there rather. A very carefully placed mental seal. Not something a regular telepath would be able to spot or, God forbid, just see through.
Right. My question. When you say bypass it, does that mean the seal will still be there? Like he would be still unaware of it?
I will have to make you make a roll to uncover the information without him realizing, which basically boils down to you entering it and then just reapplying it. But if you succeed on the roll, then yes, unironically, yes, you.
What roll would that be?
It'll be an endure roll with focus. You are doing something rather complicated on all of it.
Okay, I'll spend an adrenaline. Oh Jesus! Oh, my adrenaline just went away.
Yeah, you have to click on the adrenaline to the left side of.
There we go. Endure. +1. Focus.
There we go. You can even free reroll that.
Oh, okay. I will free reroll.
Ooh, there we go. Yeah, so as you unlock the seal, you see images of Sinclair. Images that you quickly realize are from the Battle of the Line. As you see an entire scene unfold. You see the moment his ship was disabled. You see him being taken on board the Minbari cruiser. You see him being questioned about, well, not really sure what they're questioning him about. They seem to have clearly desire to learn more about the species they are about to just genocide, any additional Earth defenses, military information they want to extract from him. The curious thing, though, you will see is, recognize her face. It's Ambassador Delenn. Only the people there are clearly Grey Council. Realize in that moment that Ambassador Delenn is part of the Minbari ruling class. And
just to make sure, Grunt, just so he understands, she is finding out that the current ambassador, a confidant of Sinclair, is one of the architects of her species' attempted genocide.
yes. And the fact that they have fucked with Sinclair's mind in order to cover everything up, because whatever happened on that cruiser during they performed some scans, some physical scans. Like, God, they've really messed with this man's mind. Makes sense why they were so pushy with him.
Earth Gov, this man's not a traitor, he's a victim.
Yes. Well, they've clearly tampered with his mind severely.
I need to help this man.
Yeah, second.
Man.
I don't remember. I need to double check a bit my facts. Don't remember how much does he know that was sealed in his mind, because I don't want to overlap with.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever told about the soul thing. I don't think he's ever told about that.
I think it's just the fact that they
find out about it, but he's out of it by the time they talk about it.
Second.
Fun fact, I do just love the fact that Mari get punked. He's the reincarnation of Valen. No, unfortunately, dumbasses, he was Valen. They did just get punked.
They did.
If it had been any other Starfury pilot, they would have killed all humanity.
Great job, Minbari. You truly are the wisest master race of the galaxy. You deserve your #1 spot, truly.
Listen, it's technically Kosh who punked them, so.
You're right. You're right. It is Kosh.
Kosh literally is like, yeah, you should pick the one you think you'll see the sign.
You should do that guy. Now, to be fair, that's because Kosh was on Babylon 4 to talk to fucking Sinclair.
Listen, we don't talk about that. It's,
that's the actual kind of shenanigans I'd expect the Immortals to get up to.
Again, just you wait until Kosh reveals the deep lore about Babylon 4 to Hina.
Can't believe this, Earth Gov. We need to help this man, this actual war hero who's being mentally abused by the Minbari.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the fact that Delenn is in fact just fucking Grey Council. They just blacked that out.
Also, Earth Gov. The Minbari fucking assigned one of the genocide advocates to be the ambassador. Holy shit.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's if you bring that to Nordgov, they're not gonna they're gonna like probably reassign him, but they're gonna be like, yeah, this man's a victim.
Yeah, no, she will. Like this completely changes. Like Kina's still gonna do it, but this completely changes it. Like this man actually needs help.
Yeah. I'll also tell that whatever they managed to find out from him is basically what prompted them to stop the war. He doesn't know what that is, but you know that it exists now, and he is tied to it. As you know what, on that big revelation,